Look, if I was to describe EV Pearls in one quick, snappy sentence, it'd be just flexible, capable, and a joy to work with. I'm Christiaan Lok. I've worked in tech for most of my career. Last couple of years, I've been running my own successful consulting practice, working with fintechs and startups. And probably my most notable role out of that time is the last 5 years as the co-founder and CTO of Rello. Rello is one of the leading non-mortgage finance and payments providers in Australia for the real estate market. Some of the challenges when you're getting into that sort of space, obviously, the usual things of having the right contacts and finding the right projects. But when you start landing projects and working through from the theoretical into the actual building and developing piece, you've got to find the right partners to be able to actually execute, start writing code or launching software and products and managing these things in the long run. So obviously meeting Akash and the EB Pearls team was fantastic as part of my journey there. The role that EB Players has played in our business has been from the start helping us get off the ground and getting us up and running with our first version of the app. Early on is probably the most defining period, I'd say, for them. We were able to move really quickly with very little in-house tech capacity. The guys really did all of our UI designing, all of our prototyping, all of our styling, the actual code execution, infrastructure management. From an idea that I had, they took it from there all the way through into something that's operational. So we got to launching, that was a natural outcome for that project for all of us. And we all kind of celebrated. It was just a nice, enjoyable experience. That project is one of the early ones, so about 6-7 years ago, around that range. Early on that stage too, obviously the Rello business was founded. We needed tech capacity and it was a natural introduction from my perspective. They had the capability technically, but also that broader expertise to be able to advise on different approaches. It gave us a really good first step and they gave us the space to hire our own local resourcing and stabilize that side of things, but then give us a bit of flex with our capability and our capacity over the life of the business, where we've needed more people, where we needed skill sets that we didn't have or we needed to learn. As a day zero startup as well, it just worked pretty well. So it's just allowed us to move as our businesses scaled and changed over time. On a day-to-day basis, the integration of EB Pearls into our team is seamless, right? They're just another members of the team. There's no difference to that other than a time zone offset, which is really easy to manage. Our guys stand up in the morning and start doing their thing. A couple of hours later, the EB Pearls guys come online. We do a joint stand-up with some video conferencing and we carry on. There is zero distinction between them and our local team. They are simply part of the team that gives us extra capability. They understand the work, they understand the ecosystem of software, they understand how startups work, how products work. They're more than just a dev partner. They understand our business vision more than just a technical set of tasks. So it's been a good 5 years or so working with the team in this kind of model, and we've had ups and downs like any project, any team as they go through. What I would say that I've always enjoyed with EB Pearls is in the cases where we do have a bit of an issue, it's relatively easy and quick to resolve. So we're not sort of caught up arguing the toss about it. We can engage the team directly. Everyone can work on the problem and work it together. The communication was really easy. The guys are just a joy to work with. That wasn't a constant battle over contracted terms and this, that, and the other. We were working collaboratively together. In terms of results of working with EB Pearls over the last sort of 6-7 years, they've enabled my consulting business particularly to scale dramatically more than it ever could have. Commercially, it really works well for me and my clients all the time. No matter the type of engagement you want, whether it be a short-term project, long-term project, termed or an embedded team, they've got models to make that work and they've got the people to make that work. Having that flexibility to be able to meet my needs and my clients' needs is fundamental, but more so it's about the ability to be able to deliver on those promises. They have that, they've proven that in spades. I would say no matter the kind of business or the kind of operator you are, you'll find a way with EB Pearls. It might be that you are a first-time founder with no idea about how technology works. The guys can support you with that. If you're more established, you've got some idea about it, maybe even your own resourcing, again, the EB Pearls can support you with that. Engage them at your own level. They're going to be able to help you out.